everybody. This is a live where I will be listening to the Vybz Kartel decision. I won't be streaming it because I'm not quite sure that you're allowed to share the stream. I think you're supposed to go to the site, the Privy Council site, and look at the stream. But I will be mentioning what I hear in that stream and just some views on it. Obviously, everything that I say in this stream is alleged or allegedly, and obviously do your own research. And yeah, let's see how we get on. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and also share this stream. So I'm gonna just realize I think I'm gonna have to jump out and share this myself in a second. But yeah, let's keep watching. So currently I'm looking at the jcp.uk website and just waiting the final decision in the Vybz Kartel matter. Sean Campbell and 3 others appellants versus the King respondent number 2, Jamaica. Now, just to be clear, I'm just doing this for the purpose of passing on information, and that's it really. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter. It's obviously it's a solemn occasion. So, I don't want anybody to be, rude or making any jokes. I'm not even quite sure there's a side chat or link going on, but, whatever it is, obviously, let's approach this in a respectful manner. But as I said, I'm looking at the final decision in the case of Vybz Kartel, which is at 14th of March 2024 today at 4 p.m. UK time, and it's at, please thank you for joining in, please like and share the live. So it's at 4 p.m. UK time, and it is at 11 a.m. Jamaica time. So a lot of people will be waking up. You can go and watch the decision on the JCPC website. I'm just going to share. I'm going to share my live into a couple of forums at the moment. So if you just give me a moment to do that. But yeah, so I will be definitely telling you what has been said in the hearing as it goes ahead. It's starting in, I don't know, what's the time now? Starting in 10 minutes. So I would like people, as I say, in this live to be respectful as possible, and just give me a moment while I share this live with a couple of people. So, as I said, today is the final decision in the Vybz Kartel matter. Of course, there are three other defendants in that matter as well. But you will see from my earlier videos who those people were, and kind of what happened at the last hearing. I mean, as we know, one of the big issues is that of alleged jury tampering or alleged bribery, which occurred during the course of the trial, and also whether the judge had enough time to consider. What I'm gonna do actually in a moment, I'm gonna read through the summary of what the court will be looking into today. But safe to say, so it's the jury is the main issue. The other issue is whether the judge had enough time to deliberate, as I understand it. But I'll take you through them in a moment. But for now, I mean, it's, a lot of people, regardless of whether you're a music fan, you might be somebody interested in legal issues. I mean, from my perspective, it's just an interesting case. There's some nexus for me, which I won't go into, but safe to say, if you're a music fan, if you're interested in legal processes, if you've got a concern about due process and human rights, these are the types of things that somebody who will be forwarding to this live will be taking a look at. So yeah, so the decision is just 8-minute countdown, so to speak, when the final decision in this ongoing matter will come to an end. And, we're just going to have to see what the decision of the law lords are. So just to be clear, as I understand it, the Privy Council is the highest court for Jamaica. So it stems from, colonial associations, and it's like a lasting vestige from colonial times that you've got the Court of Appeal in Jamaica, and then you've got this essentially being, to so to speak, Jamaica's Supreme Court. So that's where we have what's happening here really. And the gentlemen, the defendants, they appealed to the Privy Council. Obviously, they felt the decision made to convict them was unfair, so they appealed to the Privy Council, and that's where we are today. And that matter was heard. Is it the 14th and 15th of February? I don't remember, but it's certainly in the middle of February 2024, where the Vybz Kartel matter was heard. Okay, so as I say, please do like and share the live. Please like and share the live. I said I had to stop and do this. I'm out and about, but I had to stop and do this just to make sure that I provide an ongoing report. Obviously, once the written judgment is released, I'm going to take a look at that and kind of go through it to see if I can provide, maybe a layman's perspective based on what they seem to be saying about what that decision is. But as I say, please do share the live. I big up the people who've joined. Respect to you lot. We're just gonna get through this. Just waiting for. So it's 3:54 p.m. in the UK. So that will be. I'll take it. That will be 10:54 p.m. Jamaica time. So we're just kind of waiting for the live from the live feed from the Privy Council to start up. Obviously, I've got on another device. I'm just gonna quickly share this in a couple forums. This my live, not the Privy Council live. I'm not sure that you're allowed to share that particular live, to be honest with you. And we're gonna see how we get on. Really, we're gonna see how we get on. We're gonna see how we get on. Let me just give me a second here. Just sharing this live into a couple of my forums, and we're gonna get back to looking. We're gonna take a look through the decision and kind of go from there. Really. All right. Okay. All right. So that's that. I'm just gonna share it somewhere else. Just my further place that I share these things. Obviously, if you got the link to this live, the link is in the top right hand corner actually. So the link in the top right hand corner, do share that on Twitter wherever you are, and then we go from there. But as I said, I'm going to do more detailed video later on. I hope everybody's hearing me properly. I'm just going to add something to this particular feed here, and we're going to keep it moving, you get me? All right, 1 second. Just kind of multitasking at the moment. 1 second. All right, where are we? Thank you for joining. Big up the people who joined. I expect some of the people who have joined from the forum that I just posted on. So big up you lot. Please keep on liking and sharing. And we're going to keep it moving. An easy way to... I just want to share this Vybz Kartel live. 1 second. So let's just put... Actually... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Add yours. Going to take a picture. Vybz Kartel live decision report. I just need to type that out. Vybz... And if you're here, please do obviously like, share, and subscribe. Vybz. Oh my gosh. Can't type. 1 second. Vybz Kartel. I'm just multitasking. I'm going to get back to this. We've got 3 minutes left, so that should give me enough time to talk you through the issues as I understand them. All right, Vybz Kartel decision live. All right, and then I'll put a link to it. Done. Vybz Kartel decision live. Can I not? Okay, the link is there. So link. Put the link to the live there. All right. So I'm going to send that. Right, I'm just to do it on another one. Vybz Kartel decision live. Quick picture. And then I'm going to get back to talking you through the decision. Big up the people who've joined as well. Respect to you lot. Thank you for joining. As I say, I have been covering this for a while. Obviously, if you're interested in human rights, legal processes, interested in music, you'd have definitely wanted to know what decision is. As I was saying to the people who forwarded earlier, you're not really allowed to share the live via YouTube. That's specifically prohibited. But what I will be doing, as soon as I'm hearing anything, I'm just going to be passing it on. So I'm interpreting and passing it on. And obviously, when I get the written decision later on, I'm going to be going through that decision. Have I done it already? Let me do it again. I'm going to be going through that decision and trying to explain what I understand from a layman's perspective about what that decision is. All right. So that's what we're doing there. Vybz Kartel. All right. We've got 1 minute left. I mean, they're going to take some time probably to set up and stuff like that. So don't worry too much about it. Vybz Kartel decision. Oh my gosh. I should dictate this. Decision live. All right. Now, actually live now. All right. But all right, we're gonna leave that there. Okay, one second. All right, you can send that. Always double check things before you send them out. That isn't great, but okay. And then I'm gonna share this on. Oh, okay. I'll leave it for you lot to share this on Twitter if you can. Please do share this on Twitter. Top right hand corner. I'm just gonna make sure I'm in the right account to do this. Yeah, I'm in the right account. But no, that's not the right account. Then we're gonna go over to the live. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then we got the people who joined. We're going to be discussing the decision. First of all, I'm going to start as soon as I've done sharing this. I'm kind of doing the multitasking thing at the moment. So as soon as I've done sharing, I've just got one more thing to share it to. Yeah, just one more thing to share it to, and then I'll be back to discussing the detail of this matter. All right, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Can't tell. Just one, obviously. Okay, one second. But as I say, we're going to be discussing this in more detail in a much longer video where we're going to look at the judgment itself, all right? Can you not just share the liveness? Okay. It's not even letting me share. Do you know what? I'm just going to share Vybz Kartel decision as the link itself. I think I've got the link already, so I'm just going to do that. I'm really going to leave it there. Big up the people who've joined back. Just do a quick post. Oh gosh, post. Vybz. Obviously Jamaica and British flags. Jamaica British flags. Vybz Kartel decision. Live. All right. Just do a quick hashtag Vybz Kartel. Hashtag Privy Counsel. Privy Counsel decision. So much to do. Counsel decision. All right. So live decision now. But do a quick. I'm gonna just add the link to that and left it there. So all right. Post. Vybz Kartel decision live. Make sure there's space. Right, bruh. All right. post. Got it. All right, fine. All right. Next thing we're going to do now, I'm just going to go over to see whether the thing has started. 1 second. Just before I talk. Where are we? Here we go. Watch JCPC live. So if you want to find it, that's where it is. My thing's showing an error at the moment for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. A network caused the video to fail partway. But that was shown earlier, so I'm not even sure that they've started yet, to be fair. But anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start by just reading it, because it's not my words, it's all alleged or allegedly, what my understanding is of what this matter is about. So the case is called Sean Campbell and 3 others, appellants v. the King, respondent number 2, Jamaica. All right. It was heard. Well, it's got quite a long history actually. So obviously the most recent hearing date started on the 14th of February 2024. The Lord Justices in that case were Lord Reed, Lord Lloyd Lowe Jones, Lord Briggs, Lord Burrows, and Lord Lady Smiler. I think the government of Jamaica was represented by somebody called, I think it was Mr. Knox, KC, and I won't give details of the other lawyers, but I'm pretty sure that Adidja Palmer, otherwise known as Vybz Kartel, was represented by a gentleman called Isat Buchanan, a Jamaican attorney. All right. Now, the case ID, if you want to look it up, is JCPC 2022-0049, and the appellants on the 13th of March 2024. And do you know what? People probably know this, but we know that it relates to what's said to be a murder of somebody called Clive Williams, and they were convicted of that murder. And these are the issues as to whether the grounds of challenge should be accepted. And they are, should the trial judge have excluded the telecommunications evidence relied on by the prosecution? That's number one. Number two is, how should the judge have handled allegations that there were attempts to bribe members of the jury during the trial? Should the jury have been discharged? So in that number two, you got 2 parts to it. Should the judge have handled the allegation that there were attempts to bribe members of the jury during the trial? How should they have handled that? And the second part, so I'll call it my B, is should the jury have been discharged? And 3, was the judge wrong to invite the jury to reach a verdict late in the day, given the special circumstances of the case? So I will go through those again. Now, I think probably the thing to bear in mind is, I mean, this is my layman's understanding, and we're going to have to look at what the actual decision is. But in terms of possibilities, considering those grounds of appeal, and I'm not saying any particular one will necessarily happen, we will have to wait and see, but maybe the matter will be sent back for retrial. Maybe he'll be released completely if it's seen that his conviction was flawed. And those, or the third option is maybe the conviction will remain. I know there's a lot of people who don't want that to happen, as I understand it. But those are the 3 things, the 3 possibilities as I understand it. I'm gonna go and check this feed again, because it's supposed to have started at 4 p.m. my time, UK time. But yeah, I'll just read through those again. Should the trial judge have excluded this telecommunications evidence relied on by the prosecution? How should the judge have handled the allegations that there were attempts to bribe members of the jury during the trial? Should the jury have been discharged? Was the judge wrong to invite the jury to reach a verdict late in the day, given the special circumstances of the case? Now, let me go over to the live, see if they've patterned up. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, I'm seeing it's looking a little bit different. It's looking different. 1 second. It's looking a bit different. It's showing like it's trying to forward, but I don't know if I've even got a chat here. But if I've got a chat here, put in the chat whether you can see anything on your side. Just going to look at another source as well. 1 second. I'll look at another source. Just going to look at another source real quick. Where is this thing? Okay, 1 second. All right, so Kartel live. I wonder how long this decision is gonna take to hand down. I mean, interestingly enough, there was another decision handed down today. If you look at their website, I'm not going to mention it because I don't want to. I'm not too sure about circumstances of the case. I'm not even sure that was a Jamaican case. Actually, it might have been Antigua or somewhere else. But there has been another unrelated decision handed down today, just so you can. So they've had two decisions on 4th of March, and the other decision was scheduled to be handed down as well. So just seeing how we get on, how this thing gets on. Gonna try somewhere else. See whether the problem is on my side. I can't see the link. I can't see the video yet. I can't see the video yet. But I don't think that the it has been launched yet. I don't think the thing's been launched yet still. But we're just waiting, all right? As I said, just for anybody joining, my position on this is as somebody passing on information. That's all I'm saying. So no, I don't anybody in here judging me. I'm just passing on information that people might be interested in, all right? That's all I'm saying. So that's all I'm here to do. It has started. This is what I'm watching. Oh, I'm in the UK. Let me just see something. Has it started? 1 second. I can't see it yet. Can't see it yet. I found something. Jury misconduct. So what they're going through now is, sorry, we've got a little one around there. What they're going through now is discussing what the grounds were. I think it's one of the judges clearly a judge speaking. I'm not sure which one of the judges it is. So talking about the Communication Act Charter or something. Oh, appeals should be allowed. Breaking news. Appeals should be allowed. Remitted to the Court of Appeal of Jamaica to decide whether to order retrial. The news. See the news there. So back to the Court of Appeal for there to be a retrial. That's what I just heard just now. So that it's going to be a retrial. Hello, somebody put something in there. Yeah, I'm watching. I can't share this link though. I can't share this link, brother or sister. I can't share this link, but I'm watching it still. It's not working for me on the website, but I'm seeing it somewhere else. Material irregularity necessary to quash the convictions. These are the three reasons. First, the directions to the jury on the final day was inadequate to save the situation. Simply reminded the situation, according with the evidence they heard. The judge did not refer to the alleged bribery, to it, if the allegations were true. Secondly, the trial continued with the allegedly corrupt juror. in the board's view, there should have been no question of allowing juror X to continue or to remain. Allowing juror X to remain was fatal to the decision. Fundamental right to a fair hearing. Thirdly, the judge should have considered whether the remaining jurors should have become prejudiced against or for one or more of the alleged defendants. There's a danger that the bribe could have made the other jurors overcompensate. And therefore, so overcompensate might result in thinking that they were guilty. The board is very mindful of the serious consequences which may come from having to discharge a jury shortly before the long and end of a long and complex trial. Concerned about deliberate attempts to derail criminal trials, and then necessary to discharge a jury. Certain situations to discharge a jury due to jury tampering, that Judge Llewellyn. There's no such legislation in Jamaica. Oh, interesting. There will be occasions where, as in this case, the court will have no alternative but to discharge the jury and end the trial in order to protect the integrity of the system. In view of its conclusion on the issue of jury misconduct, it's not necessary to express a concluded view on the other two grounds of appeal. For these reasons, the appeal should be allowed. The court is now adjourned. I'll quick judgment that, you know. Quick judgment that. So, well, I've shared I've shared the decision with you. So essentially, the long and short of it, according to what I heard, and it wasn't a long judgment, you know. So the hearing starts at 4 p.m. and end at 4:15 p.m. And the decision appears to be that they, was it the first ground? And I'm gonna have to read it again, but on the first ground, they have quashed the conviction, and then they've quashed the conviction, and then they're sending the matter back to the Court of Appeal in Jamaica to decide whether the Court of Appeal in Jamaica will decide whether there should be a real trial or not. Now, I don't know. This is something that I have to look into as to what happens to Vybz Kartel and the other defendants in the meanwhile. I have to look into that. And maybe that will come in the fine print of the judgment, or maybe, that's something that I have to look into. But essentially, the breaking news is that Vybz Kartel conviction has been quashed, and they're sending the matter back to the Court of Appeal in Jamaica for the Court of Appeal in Jamaica to decide whether the matter should be retried or not. So everybody in the chat, just share up the live. Let me know what you think. This is breaking news. Look, let me just be clear. Obviously, it's a long awaited decision. As I said, I'm only here to provide information. I'm not saying this way or that way. I'm just here to provide information. Hey, big up, thanks for the likes. I appreciate the likes. I'm only here to provide information, but from the perspective of looking at new law, from the perspective of looking at process, due process and so on, from the perspective of looking at what human rights means or what it's meant to be, and from the perspective of looking at what is said to be justice, something that interested me, And obviously, Vybz Kartel is a musician as well, but today we're talking about a slightly separate matter. Obviously, it's the people I know that Jamaican people refer to him as a world boss. I understand that, but I'm not taking a side here or there. I'm just here to provide information on what has happened. And the long and short of it is, and I'm going to do a proper detail. I'm going to see if that decision. Look, let me go look at the website to see whether the decision is there now. Because if it's still there, I won't end this live. I will see if I can forward through that decision. But essentially, it's going back to the Court of Appeal in Jamaica. For the Court of Appeal in Jamaica to decide whether the matter should be retried or not. What is it? It's a start. What it says? Somebody said, free Gaza. Say no more. As I say, I'm not, look, me not say here, me not say there. Information I provide, you know? So I'm just providing information. I'm not saying here or there. Obviously, I'm sharing the information with the people then, you know? So, yeah. So anyway, let me see if they've got the decision. They put the judgment. May have the judgment. I'm going to read through the judgment. I'm going to read through the judgment. The judgment has been published, 2024 UKPC. So I'm going to read through the press summary of what the judgment is said to be. I'm going to read through it, all right? That might save little time. So look, it's actually a long press summary. It says, so it starts as follows, all right? So this is the judgment for anybody who hasn't heard, all right? We've been going for 30 minutes. So press summary. I'm not a member of the press. I'm a person just like anybody. But let me read the press summary nonetheless. 14th of March 2024. Sean Campbell. 2. Adidja Palmer, Vybz Kartel. Kahera Jones. And 4. Andre St. John. And everybody, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm in New York. Oh, and I can't find the link, so I appreciate it. I respect my brother says. I can't tell from the. I think it's a lady anyway. But yeah, but respect Amy. Respect. So let me just go through it. All right. And make sure on the like, share, and subscribe. You know the vibes. All right. So number 1, Sean Campbell. 2, Adidja Palmer. 3, Kahera Jones. 4, Andre St. John. Appellants versus the King respondent, number 2, Jamaica. So I'm just for the completeness, I'm gonna have to go through each part of it because I don't want to skip any bits, all right? 2024 UKPC 6 on appeal from the Court of Appeal of Jamaica. Justices Lord Reed, Lord Lloyd Jones, Lord Briggs, Lord Burrows, Lady Simler. Background to the appeal. On the 13th of March 2014, following a 64-day jury trial in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston, Jamaica, the appellant Sean Campbell, Adidja Palmer, Kahera Jones, and Andre St. John were convicted of the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, the deceased, all right? At trial, the prosecution case was that the deceased, so for anybody joining now, I'm reading the judgment, okay? Please share it on Twitter. Share it on Twitter for me. Everybody share it on Twitter for me, please. At trial, the prosecution case was that the deceased and another man, Lamar Chow, had been given 2 unlicensed firearms belonging to Palmer for safekeeping. On 16 August 2011, Campbell summoned Chow and the deceased to Palmer's house after they had failed to comply with Palmer's deadline for returning the weapons. The prosecution alleged that they were met on arrival by Palmer, Jones, and St. John, and that Chow and the deceased were both attacked, after which Chow saw the deceased lying motionless on the ground with Jones bending over him. Chow escaped, but the deceased was never seen again. Police attended Palmer's house on 22nd August 2011. They noticed the house smelled of disinfectant. On 25th August, as I say, everything that I'm saying is alleged, by the way, allegedly, because I wasn't there. I'm obviously just reading what the Lord Justices have put in their findings. So everything is allegedly, as usual. Do your own research. Anyway, but on 24th, they cordoned off the perimeter wall to treat in the premises as a crime scene. When they returned on 27 August 2011, they found that the interior of the house had been destroyed by fire. On 29 August 2011, police forensics reported a foul odor emanating from the living room. On a further visit on 30 September 2011, for people joining, I'm reading the judgment. It was discovered that, please like, share, and subscribe. It was discovered that the rear of the house has been demolished. Police dug up the premises but did not find the body. The police seized the mobile phones of Palm and St. John. All right, so there's loads of facts. I want to go in. I'm gonna look. There's all sorts of further information, but let me jump to the. I'm gonna jump to the judgment because that is seen to be the background to the appeal. All right, but there's a bit more to it in there as well. But I'm gonna read the actual reasons for the judgment. It's not a lengthy judgment. This is a 3-page document, you know, 3-page document. So I'm gonna read the judgment. This is judgment. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council has concluded that the appeals should be allowed and the appellant's convictions should be quashed on the ground of juror misconduct, and that the case should be remitted to the Court of Appeal of Jamaica to decide whether to order a retrial of the appellants for the murder of the deceased. Lord Lloyd Jones gives the unanimous judgment of the board. So the gentleman speaking, the Lord, was a gentleman called Lord Lloyd Jones, all right? Issue 1, jury reasons for the judgment. Issue 1, juror misconduct. The board has considerable sympathy with the dilemma faced by the trial judge on the final day of a long and complex trial. Following the allegations of bribery, he had either to continue with the 11 remaining jurors or to discharge the jury. Despite this, the board considers that the approach taken by the judge was a material irregularity in the course of the trial, which makes it necessary to quash the convictions. This is for 3 reasons. First, the direction to the jury on the final day was inadequate to save the situation. The judge simply reminded the jury that they had sworn or affirmed that they would return verdicts in accordance with the evidence they had heard in court. The judge did not refer to the alleged bribery, of which, if the allegations were true, the jurors were already aware. 43 to 44. Secondly, the trial continued with the allegedly corrupt juror serving as one of its 11 members. In the board's view, there should have been no question of allowing juror X to continue to serve on the jury. Allowing juror X to remain on the jury is fatal to the safety of the convictions which followed. It was an infringement of the appellant's fundamental rights to a fair hearing under the Jamaican Constitution. Thirdly, the judge should have considered whether the remaining jurors might have become consciously or unconsciously prejudiced for or against one or more of the appellants as a result of juror X's behavior. For example, there was a danger that the attempted bribe could have made the other jurors overcompensate, consciously or unconsciously, if they assumed that the offer must have come from one of the appellants and that therefore they must be guilty. The judge took no account of this risk. The board is mindful of the very serious consequences which may flow from having to discharge a jury shortly before the end of a long and complex criminal trial. It is also very conscious of the danger of deliberate attempts to derail criminal trials by engineering situations in which it is necessary to discharge the jury. In England and Wales, there is a legislation which allows a judge in certain situations to discharge a jury because of jury tampering and to continue the trial by judge alone. I'm going to pause there. That's all. So they're saying that in Jamaica, there isn't a mechanism in the legislation for, if there is jury tampering, for the trial to be paused and then for the judge to take over. That would happen. That happens in the UK, but that doesn't happen. There's not a mechanism for that happening in Jamaica at present. So I can expect to see maybe there's going to be some sort of reform in that area. But let me continue what is said here. There is no such legislation in Jamaica. It follows that there will be occasions where, as in this case, a court will have no alternative but to discharge a jury and end the trial to protect the integrity of the system of trial by jury. So that was issue 1, jury misconduct. So that is one of the reasons for the judgment in quashing the convictions on the ground of jury misconduct. That's one of them. Issue 2, timing of jury retirement. So all it is, and then the other one is an issue 3, evidence obtained in breach of the charter. In view, so what they said about it is they kind of wipe it away because they said the jury misconduct is enough to finish the whole thing, all right? And again, we got the people inside the chat, we got the people who are here from the beginning and who are tuned into this live. It's a quick live, you know, I'll probably end it in like a little bit. I'm gonna just finish the judgment, all right? All right, so In view of its conclusions on the issue of jury misconduct, the board holds that it is not necessary to express a concluded view on these grounds of appeal. References in square brackets are to paragraphs in the judgment. So just to be clear, what I was actually reading there from was the press summary, all right? Now I'm just going to read what it says because this is important. It says, no, the summary is provided to assist in the understanding the committee's decision. It does not form part of the reason for the decision. The full opinion of the committee is the only authoritative document. Judgments are public documents and are available at decided cases judicial committee. So I read the press judgment, the press summary. So obviously for people who want to get a quick praise, so to speak, of what the outcome was. Now I'm going to go to the judgment itself, which has already been published on the JCPC website. So just as a hindsight, before I've been looking into this, and I did see there was another matter that was decided today as well, completely unrelated, but by the Privy Council. And what they did, and I knew this was going to happen, they had the live, and then they published the decision straight away. So what the gentleman, I think it was Lord Justice Lloyd Jones, was reading is a document that they had already put together, so to speak. And then as soon as the live forwards, then they released it, then they put the judgment on the website. So you can go read it, but I just went through a summary. And just to let you know, so the judgment itself, I'm just looking through it now, and I'll probably go through the conclusions and in the actual judgment here. I'm not going through all the facts. I think a lot of people know what the facts are, to be fair, all right? But what I'm saying is, the judgment is, well, it says written 18 pages. My electronic version of the judgment is 19 pages long, all right? But it says that it's numbered 18 pages. And it starts by, it lists the parties, as I say, Sean Campbell, Adidja Palmer, also known as Vybz Kartel, Kahera Jones, Andre St. John, versus the King. So those are the appellants versus the King. Then it lists the judges: Lord Reed, Lord Lloyd Jones, who spoke, Lord Briggs, Lord Burrows, and Lady Simler. All right. So those were the judges who looked at this matter on the 14th of February to the was it 2 days? It was 2 days, wasn't it? 14th of February to the 15th of February, and then it lists who the appellants. And I'm going to do this for the full record because you know what? It's part of the facts and the fabric of this matter. All right. So the appellant, the first appellant, was represented by. I'm just seeing something really quick. All right. So yes, Julian Malins KC, Bert Samuels, the first appellant. Thalia Maraj, Linda Hodson, Bianca Samuels, and Isat Buchanan, instructed by Simons Muirhead and Burton LLP. Then the second appellant, David Hislop KC, Isat Buchanan. So this is my name. This is Vybz Kartel here. Isat Buchanan, Alexandra LaBeach, instructed by Simons Muirhead and Burton LLP. And then the third and fourth appellants were represented by the same lawyers who were Hugh Salvi KC, John Clark, James Robotham, Annie Redmatter. All right, so that's the third and fourth appellant representative. Then the respondent was represented, and I said this earlier, by Peter Knox KC, also Paula Llewellyn KC, Jeremy Taylor KC, Roy Turnbull, and they were instructed by Charles Russell Speechless LLP. So those were the lawyers. Now what I'm going to do here with the judgment, I'm just going to break down into what areas deals with what. And essentially, so paragraphs 1 onwards deals with the facts of the case, which I've already specified in this live. 9 deals with the voir dire, which I understand is that when they were deciding about it, to the admissibility of some of the telecommunications evidence. 11 deals with what happened after the conviction moving forward, and the fact that they appealed to the Court of Appeal with leave granted on 15th of March 2017. Okay. As I understand it, their appeals were, yes, so paragraph 12 deals with the dismissal of those appeals. Paragraph 12 deals with the dismissal of those appeals. I'm going to have to wind this up soon as well. And that appeal, just the judges there were Morrison P, Brooks JA, and Williams JA on 9, 16 to 20, 23, and 24 July 2018. And then obviously it took some time. On the 3rd of April 2020, the Court of Appeal dismissed the appeals. But they were granted conditional leave to appeal by, is it the same judges? No, slightly different judges. Williams wasn't there, but Brooks JA, McDonald's, Bishop decided, and Straw JA, conditional leave to appeal to the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council on 25th of September 2020. And they were granted final leave by Edwards JA, David Fraser. This is in paragraph 13, by the way. And Georgina, I'm just looking at the judgment itself. Georgina J. granted final leave to appeal to the Judicial College Committee of the Privy Council on 3 issues. Already specified what those 3 issues were. Then the jury issues, the discussion about them starts in paragraph 16. It's convenient to address the issues related to the jury on behalf of the appellants. The judge failed to investigate sufficiently allegations of juror misconduct, which should have led to a discharge of the juror. It is further alleged that the jury should not have been invited to retire to consider its verdict so late in the day on 13th of March 2014, with the result that the jury may have felt under pressure to arrive at a verdict. These issues will be considered in turn. So, and then 17, they go on to discuss the jury misconduct. 7 January 2014, seen an encounter between a member of jury and one of the counsel appearing the defense judge carried out inquiry, but was not recorded in the transcript. After discussion with counsel, the judge recorded jury and informed that they had received a report of a member of the jury meeting a member of the defense team that an inquiry had been taking place, and they reminded of the vital importance. So then paragraph 19 deals with a second jury incident. By which point the trial so this is on 6th February 2014, so the trial had been running for 8 weeks by that point. Jury 11 made a report to the registrar. Judge invited counsel to join him in chambers. That meeting was recorded. Defendants weren't present. She had visited her son, who was, I'm not going to go into the detail of it, but essentially, talks about safety, etc. But I'm not going to go into that. But so, there's quite a complex factual matrix here in terms of why the judge came to the findings that it did. I've already said, essentially, my layman's terms, my understanding is, the judge is saying basically, if there's an issue with one of the jury, all right, if there's an issue with a juror, you can't continue the trial. In England, if that had happened, the judge would have dismissed the jury, okay, and the judge would have continued with the trial and made his decision at the end of the trial. There's a mechanism for doing that in the UK legislature. Obviously, the appeal has been to a court that is in the UK, so they're going to take some influence in its decision from UK legislation. That's my perspective on it. And it seems that, oh wow! And it seems that there isn't a mechanism for that to happen in Jamaica. So, as far as they're concerned, then because of that juror issue, rather, that the matter needs to be retried. Sorry, no, that's not what they decided. Let me be clear. That's not what they decided. They decided that it needs to be sent back to the Court of Appeal for the Court of Appeal to consider whether the matter should be retried. Now, I think a lot of people are going to be wanting to understand and know is that in the interim, when that decision is being considered, is Mr. Vybz, Kartel and the other defense, are they going to be free or not in the interim? I don't know the answer to that question at this present, so you're going to have to subscribe and come back for another video with my layman's investigations into that point. I'm not quite sure about that at the moment. All I have at present is what the decision today, 14th March 2024, from 4 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. as I understand it, the decision UK time, and I guess from 11 a.m. to 11:15 p.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. Jamaica time, what the decision of the Privy Council was as regards the convictions of Adidja Palmer and the other defendants. Adidja Palmer, otherwise known as Vybz Kartel. Okay, so that's it. Do you know what? But I'm just gonna see if there's anything that wasn't very apparent from the press statement that I might want to refer to in this particular judgment. Paragraph 59, we would emphasize that a jury must be permitted to deliberate and to return its verdicts free from any pressure. That's a point made there. And they refer to the Supreme Court of Judicature of Jamaica Civil Criminal Bench 2017, which states that section 25-2, paragraph 5, the jury should not be placed under any pressure to arrive at a verdict. It is for that reason that the summation should not be concluded close to the end of the court day. The jurors should not have any anxiety, for example, about getting home, etc., affecting their deliberation. For that reason, a 3 p.m. benchmark has been adopted. Only in the simplest of cases would it not be unreasonable to send the jury to deliberate after the time, but the time is not an inflexible one. In more complex cases, it may well be unreasonable to conclude the summation during the afternoon session. In such cases, it is best to delay concluding the summation until early the following day in order to give the jury adequate time to consider all the issues before it. And then paragraph 60, probably why we get to decision. We've been live for a while now. It does appear that there was an unfortunate departure from best practices on this occasion. However, we note that the Court of Appeal took the view that the departure was justified in the unusual circumstances of this case. In view of the Court of Appeal, the allegations against Jury X required the earliest deliberation. This justified the late retirement. The board was usually the first review of the Court of Appeal on the issue, where its superior understanding of local practice condition is relevant. However, in light of the board's conclusion on the jury misconduct issue, it is not necessary to express a concluded view on this ground of appeal. Okay. Retrial. Let me just read a bit what it says about retrial. So retrials, paragraph 63, okay? Section 14, subsection 2 of the Judicature Appellate Jurisdiction Act permits a retrial where a conviction is quashed if that is in the interest of justice. The board proposes to follow in this case its usual practice of remitting to the local courts the question whether a real trial should be ordered. For the reasons set out above, this is the conclusion. Paragraph 64, final paragraph I've checked, page 18. The board will humbly advise His Majesty that the appellant's conviction should be quashed and that the question whether there should be a retrial should be remitted to the Court of Appeal of Jamaica. All right. I'm going to be done talking for now, Done talking for now. Obviously, we got the decision. We got the decision of the Privy Council on this matter. Please do provide your comments down there. If you're looking at this as part of the reels or the what the thing name, the clips, or even the main video, I want to hear your comments. I want to big up everybody who's forwarded to this stream. As I said, for my purposes, I'm neither yeso or deso. I'm just providing information, all right? Because I'm just providing information, and that's it. Obviously, it's of interest, music, some human rights, legal processes, and all them things. That's why I'm people want to know what happened, and sometimes, as like this lady here who said, obviously she didn't even have access to the link. Where is she? I think she said she's in New York. Yeah, she's in New York. She didn't have access to the link. So that's the reason why I'm here talking and providing this information, just to share people with what I mean. I'm a bit more local to that decision, so to speak. So I'm just sharing Wagwan essentially. So yeah, as I say, big up everybody who's liked, shared, and subscribed. Big up everybody who's forwarded to the live. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Obviously, the subscribers are growing on this channel. I'm trying to provide some quality information and content for you in the realms of entertainment, music, maybe a few legal things and here or there from a layman's perspective and that. So yeah, keep watching, keep listening, and yeah, for now, hear what I'm saying. I'm done talking. Vybz Kartel's conviction and the other defendants have been quashed. I have to do the usual disclaimer. The views expressed in this video are not necessarily those of the owners of the channel or the participants of the channel. You should do your own research and independent research to decipher what the facts really are. We won't be held liable for your reliance on the information herein, and we exclude liability for any reliance. But thank you very much for watching. And guess what? For now, done talking. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's go.